gentlemen, we are super excited to have you guys on. The call is being recorded. My name is Gary Mcsween, and I am a humble servant. So grateful to be on the seven-figure mentorship call. And on this call, you are going to be hearing from individuals who have been able to build successful chairman organizations. And I'm very grateful right now to be in this position to serve the entire company and just share from my experience what has allowed myself and now thousands of people within this company to be having tremendous success. I see so many people on the call. The call is exploding right now. And if I were you, I would ensure that I have every single idea, every single leader on this call tonight, because it is going to be explosive. I personally believe it's going to be one of the best calls that you have ever been on. And I want to also recognize every single leader that has served on this platform. Last week we had brand new chairman 100 Joshua Stewart on the call. I believe the prior week we had Justin Owens on the call. So we have, you have had quality leaders serving and sharing on this call. And I can tell you guys, this is a staple. This is a part of the mentorship. This is a part of the retention within your business that you're building here in I Am Mastery Academy. And if you are on this call and you love the entire evolution of the company, put 777 in the chat. If you love the evolution of this incredible platform of I Am Mastery Academy, guys, I can tell you I am so pumped up. I want to recognize none other than Brandon Scott, our Chief Marketing Officer, did a phenomenal job along with all the corporate staff. This company is literally setting the trend right now for massive success in the industry. So I can see everyone is agreeing with me there when it comes to, the evolution of the company. I love everything about the company. I love IAM.Center. It makes life so simple for the newest person on this platform. So we have about 1,500 plus people on the call right now. And I am really fired up to share with you guys just some thoughts and some principles that you can use to really explode your business. From time to time, I always get text messages from people and they're asking me, Gary, what do I need to do to really take my business to the next level? And I'm going to break that down for you on this call here, right? And if you are on this call and you're prepared, you have a pen and a notepad, let me know in the chat that you're ready to take some notes. Put in the chat for me if you're ready to take some notes. Yes, I can see you guys are definitely ready. Definitely ready. Well, I want to acknowledge my coach and my mentor, David Amuniti, for just who he is as an individual. I can't thank him enough for the example that he has set for myself and now, tens of thousands of people within this company. And he's also impacting the lives of people even outside of the company. So, Mr. Muniti, I honor you on this call. I give God thanks for you every single day, for your heart, for your servant leadership. You're not just a coach and a mentor to me, but you're also a very dear friend. And it's such a privilege to do business with you, sir. So if you're on this call, and the first thing that I want us to really touch on is the power of gratitude. Gratitude is the seed for more. And if you are in a position of gratitude, God will always position you to be able to be ready for abundance, right? You have to be positioned for abundance. And abundance only comes if you can be faithful over what you have right now. So if you are grateful for the person that introduced you to the company, you should be really sending them a text message. Just be thankful right now, because something special is happening in this company. And for you to be here at this point in time, I personally believe that great things are in store for you. And I want to touch on the paradigm, and I want to share it with you with a story, because I personally believe it's not systems that's going to allow you to explode your business. It's not just systems. It's not just the mechanical stuff, even though we're going to touch on that today. It's not just the mechanical stuff that's going to allow your business to level up, but it's you understanding your current paradigm, because your current paradigm has exclusive control over your day-to-day behavior. And as a result, you have fruit of that paradigm. Does it make sense? You have fruit of your current paradigm. Now, if the fruit of your current paradigm is not, if the fruit of your current paradigm is not the fruit that you want, then what do you have to change? You have to first change your paradigm. And I can tell you guys through this story, there's an audio that my mentor shared with me. It's the Quantum Leap by Yarnell, right? And in this particular audio, he shared a story of a young man who's 61 years old. His name is Cliff Young. Now, in Australia, every single year, there is a huge race that's run, right? This race, all the top runners in the world, they go to actually participate in this race. For you to come in within the top 20 in this race, it's a huge accomplishment. We're talking about people who have the best sponsors in the world: Nike, Adidas, all the top sponsors, the top runners are there, the top endorsers are there at this event. And there's this gentleman by the name of Cliff Young, right? He came and he literally registered for the race. Now, people started laughing at him because of how he was dressed. Number one, he had on rubber boots, right? While, the top runners, they were in their Nike gear, they were, endorsed, and they have all the accolades in the world. And here it is, this gentleman by the name of Cliff Young, he had on rubber boots and he had on a coverall, right? He had on a coverall. Now, I want you to understand this. That is not normal when you're going to be running a 600-kilometer race. And people started laughing at him, and they said to him, he's about to die. Don't allow him to run in the race. And I can tell you guys, this really spoke to me, and I want to share it with you because we're coming to the end of 2019, and we're going into 2020. Now, I believe 2020 is going to be, if you guys think 2019 was amazing, 2020 is going to be magnificent. Remember, the vision of the company for 2020 is 1,000 Chairman 10s. I would repeat myself, 1,000 Chairman 10s. Now, here it is, the race started, and Cliff Young is literally in the top, couple hundred people. He's right in the thick of things, and the race has started. Now, people were on the sidelines and laughing at him, and what made it even worse is that he had a pitiful shuffle. So the way that he ran was not aerodynamic, right? But here is what I want you to understand. I'm talking about the paradigm. I'm going to relate it to how people operate coming to the end of every single year, leading into the new year. So here it is, the race has started. Now, the natural paradigm of the race is that the professional runners, here's the paradigm, they run for 16 hours and then they rest for 8 hours. Let me repeat that. They run for 16 hours and then they rest for 8 hours. But here it is, Cliff Young with rubber boots, coverall. His paradigm was he is not going to stop until the race is over. Now, the reason why he has that paradigm because of what he does. He works on a farm, and he had to literally be running down the cattle for 3 days at a time. So he's accustomed to literally running for days at a time. On the other hand, these professional runners, their paradigm is they will run for 16 hours and then they're going to rest or sleep for 8 hours. He didn't have that paradigm. So though his appearance, though he didn't look like he was about to win the race, he actually won the race a day and a half in front of everyone, because the paradigm of the natural, runner, they ran for 16 hours and they rested for 8 hours. Now that had me thinking, because let's create a parallel. Most people coming to the end of the year, they start slowing down. They slow down. Now, slowing down meaning they don't do as much activity. They don't share the plan as much. They don't do the work necessary to produce the results. I have never bought into the paradigm that in the month of December, nothing is going to happen. I've never bought into that paradigm because, yes, the call is being recorded. Don't worry, guys, right? I've never bought into that paradigm because every successful business, they make the most money in the month of December. So the first thing that I want you to write down is don't buy into the paradigm that in the month of December, that is going to be your slowest month. That is the furthest thing from the truth. The truth is December is going to be the biggest month of the entire year in I Am Mastery Academy. That, somebody said they hate that assumption, is the truth. That, guys, let me tell you this. If you want 2020, listen to me carefully. If you want 2020 to be a magnificent year, not just for you, but for everyone in your organization, here's what I want you to do. Start increasing your momentum and your work now. Do not wait on the new year to pick up in activity. That is not how successful people operate. Matter of fact, right now, I can promise you, David Amunite, Ivan Tapia, Alex Morton, Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, have I forgotten anyone else? Ivan and Monica Tapia, I can guarantee you they are running even harder now. Do you know why? Because the work that we put in the next 90 days, which is really the last 3 months of the year, will really set up the first quarter for 2020. But here's what most people do who don't expect massive results. They literally slow down and they wait for the entire year to end. Then they come up with New Year's resolution. I'm coming up with a New Year's resolution. I'm about to get free. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do that, I promise you, you are going to be behind the pack. You are going to be behind the pack. I can tell you guys, since we came out of the Dallas convention, literally, guys, I have started operating like I just started in the business, because I already know 2020 is my quantum leap year. Yes, I'm a Chairman 100, but I promise you, we're just getting started. We are just getting started, because the momentum that we have right now, it is absolutely insane. We have never had this much momentum ever before, right? I'm telling you, right? And I'm telling you, we're building this thing because we know we have something special. We know we have products and services that are transforming the lives of people. And as a result, we are sharing this information with passion, with enthusiasm, with excitement, because we have something of value to exchange to people. So if you're on this call, I hope you already have this entire month planned out. I hope you already have the month of November planned out and December. Get your goals done before Christmas. Get it done before Christmas and go and literally close the month of December at your all-time high. When January the 1st hit, you are going to be ahead of the crowd. So if you are excited about being ahead of the crowd, put 777 in the chat for me. Put 777 in the chat for me. So you have to switch your paradigm up, right? Your paradigm right now should be set for massive success and massive momentum. Okay, massive success and massive momentum. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. To create momentum, you need a lot of people to do something very, very simple every single day. I repeat myself, to have momentum in your business, it's not just the leader alone doing it. I'm talking about the leaders doing it and everyone in the organization doing it. It's called the PS3. Right now, if you're brand new, by the way, I know we have a lot of new people on the call in the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. The company has, I believe, we have put over 45,000 people thereabouts into the company. That's 45,000 new individuals. So if you are an IBO and you just got started in the last, less than 30 days, I'm telling you what I'm going to talk to you about here now. If you master this and you duplicate it throughout your organization, it's going to cause a massive, massive explosion, right? Massive, massive explosion. So here's what I want you to understand: the power of the PS3. P stands for piquing interest. S stands for sharing the plan. And number 3 is a 3-way phone call. Now, there are many different piquing interest questions. The one that's in our 5 steps to success and our IBO training, right? It goes like this. And by the way, when you're piquing someone's interest, here's a little tip from someone who has been doing this for a minute. Don't have the impression of lack or the impression of you need them to join your business. What do I mean by impression? You don't want to have them feeling like you need them, but rather they should be feeling like they need you. Does that make sense? You have something that they need. So the posture that you have, number 1, the posture that you have, the confidence that you have is rooted in the fact that you have something of value to change their lives. So when I'm prospecting, by the way, you want to write this down. There are 3 P's that you want to master. So while I'm talking about piquing interest, sharing the plan through, sharing the plan, 3-way phone call, I'm also talking about the 3 P's, which is prospecting, presenting, and promoting, right? Those are the cornerstones of the teaching that I'm going to be doing tonight. So you want to pique someone's interest. So let's just say I met someone, maybe online, or maybe I met them in person. First thing that I do when I meet people, I want to compliment them. Remember, the power of prospecting is really allowing the person to drop their guard. People drop their guard when you compliment them. Pay it forward. Say something nice to them. Make them feel very, very special, right? So it could be something as simple as, hey, I love your jacket, or I love your shoes. I love how you're dressed today. I love your smile. Something that really makes them feel good. And as soon as you do that, then you introduce yourself. My name is Gary Mcsween. What do you do? Right? And they may share with you what they do. And then they ask you, what do you do? And that's when you now slip in what you do. And you can ask them with a very, very simple question. And this is one of the piquing interest questions, right? Number 1 piquing interest question that you can use is, in the last 10 to 15 years, based on the money that has flowed through your bank account, how much money have you made on that money? 9 out of 10 times, people say none. Now, here's the follow-up with that. What if there was a way that you can learn a skill on how to multiply your money? Would you be interested in that? And guess what, guys? I don't know anyone that says no to not learning how to multiply their money. So if you now practice being confident, being calm when you're saying that, and you have the impression of increase while you're saying that, meaning at the forefront of your mind, you're speaking to them, but they must be feeling from you that you want to help them level up. The impression of increase, right? So when you're prospecting now, they start to sense from you, hey, this person has something that I need. They can feel your energy. They can feel that you genuinely want to help them grow, right? So you pique their interest. If they say, yes, I'm interested, the next step is you can get them on a live presentation. So we're talking about S now, sharing the plan. You can get them on a live presentation, whether it be on a Zoom call, or you can invite them to a house event, or you can send them to the website, right? I know that Brandon Boyd, I believe he's on the call, always serving, always helping the entire organization. You can send them to www.whatisiam.info. They can see a very short presentation of what the company has to offer here in I Am Mastery Academy, and literally you can send them the website. Now, I don't know about you, but the website alone does all the heavy lifting for you, right? How many of you could agree with me? The actual website, www.iam.academy. The website is absolutely amazing. You send people to the website and they're going to get started. Matter of fact, I'm on there. That's a joke, right? By the way, I don't know why they did it, but hey, I'm grateful anyway, right? Very, very grateful anyway. So the website does the heavy lifting for you. There are a couple leaders that have some YouTube presentations, and literally it's iam.academy, not .com, okay? Put John on the call, right? So I'm telling you that the peak in interest, then you share the plan, and the last thing that you do is you want to do a three-way phone call. Now, a three-way phone call is so important. If you're brand new, I want you to pay attention on how you do a three-way phone call. This is very, very important, because you don't want to mess up the prospect. Maybe it could be someone of influence. Maybe it could be someone that can really come in and explode your business. By the way, every single one of you on the call, you are one person away from a massive explosion in your business, a massive explosion in your business. So what I want you to understand, that you need to develop the skill of a three-way phone call. So let's just take, for example, the prospect. They looked at the website and they had a couple questions. And I said to them, hey, what did you like the most about what you saw? Now, listen to how I constructed the sentence. You want to say to them, what did you like the most about what you saw on the presentation? You don't want to ask them what they think, because if you ask them what they think, they're going to really let you know what they think about what the information that they saw. But you ask them, what you love the most, what you like the most about what you saw. And let's just say they share some information with you, but they have some questions. What you want to do is you say, hey, listen, I want to introduce you to my leader, my coach, my mentor. This is someone who's been in the business a lot longer than me, and I want to introduce you to them so that you can know that I'm connected and you can get your questions answered. So what you do is you send a text message to your upline and say, hey, I have a prospect. Can you do a three-way phone call for me? And they're going to let you know the time in which they can do the phone call. Now, when you're doing a three-way phone call, this is what you want to do. You want to ensure that you're doing the edification before you put your upline on the call, right? The honest truth, guys, no upline wants to hear you edify them while the prospect is on the call. But if, let's just say, for example, I had John, who's the prospect. I say, hey, John, I want to introduce you to my mentor. This person, is helping thousands of people to have tremendous success on this platform. He has helped, dozens and dozens of people. You can mention, women, men, people from all different backgrounds, and individuals like you. I want to connect you with them. So you do the edification about the impact that they're having on other people's lives before you connect the actual call. So now, when you actually tie in the call and your mentor is on the call, you literally say, if it's my mentor, Mr. Munite, this is John. John, this is Mr. Munite. And what you do at that time, politely, is you put your mic on mute and don't say anything. Don't say anything. Why do you want to allow the experts to do all the work for you? I see some people, while the three-way is going on and your upline is speaking, you are interjecting, and that makes no sense whatsoever. So you want to ensure that you do the edification before you connect your mentor, and then you allow your mentor to do the heavy lifting for you. I promise you it's going to be amazing. Now, think about this. Remember, we're talking about prospecting. If everyone in your organization develops the discipline to prospect, 5 people a day. If everyone in your organization, let's just say you're Platinum 2000 right now. You're Platinum 2000, and everyone in your organization is prospecting 2 to 5 people a day. Let's just say 5 people a day. So you're Platinum 2000, that's 75 people times 5. You're talking about 375 exposures a day. Remember, it's not just about a few people doing a little bit of work. We're talking about a lot of people doing something very, very simple. You want massive growth in your business? You want duplication. Can you teach everyone to PS3, to play the game of piquing interest, sharing the plan, and a 3-way phone call? Guys, you have 75 people in your team exposing 5 people a day. That's 375 people for the day. Now, everyone is not going to end up at a 3-way phone call, but I promise you, you go 1 out of 10, you could potentially have 37 people joining your business every day, right? Now, 375 times 5. You're looking at 1,875 exposures per week times 4 weeks. You're looking at 7,500 exposures. I just did the numbers for P2000. Talk to me. Some of you are looking for secrets. There's no secret. Here's the secret. Get everyone to do the exact same thing. Simplicity. Piquing interest, sharing the plan, 3-way phone call. By the way, letting you guys know right now, Platinum 1000. If you're on this call and you are not a Platinum 1000, here's the paradigm that you want to have. A Platinum 1000, to get to Platinum 1000, it's a 30-day activity, not a 3-month activity. You don't need 3 months to go Platinum 1000. Why do you have that paradigm? Platinum 1000 is a 30-day activity. Write that down, right? Platinum 1000 is a 30-day activity. You launch your business effectively. By the way, if you go to my YouTube page, I have a video on the art of launching your business. Go listen to it. If you launch your business effectively, right? You launch your business effectively, there's no reason why you don't want P1000 in your first 30 days. I'm telling you, P1000 is a 30-day activity. By the way, here's what I want you guys to write down. If you're not yet a P1000, and by the way, anyone that follows this is lights out, right? So P1000, you want to go P1000 in the next 30 days, right? In the next 30 days. Why, Gary? Because this is what you need to do so you can have an abundant 2020. You can have a magnificent 2020. You've got to put the work in now. What is P1000? P1000 is 30 subscribers. Right now, here's how I know someone is going P1000. When they have the signs of P1000 everywhere that they go. You have to understand how the brain works, right? Your brain works based on instructions, right? Your conscious mind is the thinking mind. Your subconscious mind is the prover. Whatever you lay your eyes on, whatever your eyes see, it believes. Whatever your eyes see, it believes. Through your eyes, you say yes. Through your eyes, you say yes. So through your eyes, what are you seeing? If you're not a P1000, you should have signs of 12, 12, 6 all throughout your house or in your car, on your person, right? You guys, look, I'm not even hiding this. Look at this. Look at my sign. My sign, here's my destination, Chairman 25. That is my destination. My destination is 6,000, 6,000, 3,000. It's all over my house. So if you are on the path to P1000, you should have signs everywhere you go. You know, we talk about this stuff all the time, and very few people actually listen to us. All the successful leaders, they do it. They have the sign. If you go to my bathroom right now, guess what? You're gonna see You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. It's there, right? You're gonna see it, right? So you should have the sign of P1000, 12, 12, 6. Let that be your ultimate focus, because whatever you focus on expands. P1000 is a 30-day activity, ladies and gentlemen, right? So have those signs everywhere. I promise you, the more you see it, it's going to happen. You're in a state of gratitude. You're saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a brand new Platinum 1000 by October the 30th, 2019. You hit the target, change the signs to now 30, 30, 15, right? By the way, this is a 7-figure mentorship call. This is not a 2-figure mentorship call or 3-figure mentorship call. This is a 7-figure mentorship call. So I'm talking to you from the standpoint of, in 2020, you're going to be a 6 approaching a 7-figure earner just with the compensation plan of I Am Mastery Academy. So pay very close attention to what I'm telling you, right? Pay very close attention to what I'm telling you. This is a 7-figure mentorship call. So I'm not even talking from P150. I'm talking from P1000. Does it make sense? You go P1000. The next 30 days, you go P2000. Yes. So now you change your signs all over, right? He said, I will confirm my word through signs and wonders. The signs are the next rank that you're going towards. The wonders is you hitting the rank. The money showing up in your Pay Quicker or your Skrill account, right? Right? P2000, it's just 75 people. 30, 30, 15. Put those signs up everywhere. By the way, after this call, I want you guys to go on your Instagram, take the pictures of your signs, wherever they are. Tag me in it. Tag Christopher Terry. Tag your upline in it so they can see that you are focused. Whatever you lay your eyes on, I'm telling you guys the secret. It works. It works over and over and over again. I did this for $1,000. I did it for $2,000. Look, I did it all the way to 7 figures. Just do it, right? I remember speaking to my mentor. He said, Gary, people come to my house, right? People come to my house and they see all the pictures, they see all the signs, and they go home and they don't create the environment for success. They don't create the environment. So you're literally missing out, right? You're missing out. So here's what I want you to do. And we have a lot of leaders on the call here that are fired up right now for 2020. So you go P2000 in the next 30 days, right? Next 30 days. I'm writing this down as well, right? Because this plan here is powerful. Look at me. This plan is super powerful, right? So now at the end of November, you're brand new P2000. Some people say, Gary, you make this sound so easy. It is already done. As soon as you wrote it down, whatever you write down, whatever is established in the spirit, it must show up in its polar opposite. It must. Did I say it must? It must show up, right? So if your destination now is P5000, 90, 90, 45, and I want to recognize a brand new Platinum 5000 in our organization. And why her story is so special is because she's a single mother of 3 beautiful daughters. And literally when she signed up in the company, she went through one of the toughest times of her life, going through a divorce and sleeping in her van for 2 weeks straight, had all reason to quit the business, right? Gave her upline pressure, gave me some pressure, right? But guess what? What I'm telling you guys to do, if you go on my Facebook, you're gonna see the interview I did with her, right? She had those signs everywhere. As soon as she opened her door, she lays down, she sees the signs everywhere. And guess what? If you see it, your subconscious mind, it has to prove it. It has to go out and make it happen. Oh, it has to go out and make it happen. I'm telling you, like this. Oh, it's done. It's done. It's finished. It's already done. I'm telling you. So you have to have those signs. She put the signs up, And it had to happen. It had to happen. You might be on the call, you know what you're saying? Gary, it can't be that easy. It can't be about signs. Matter of fact, we tell people put up the signs and they come back and ask us, what do we need to do? You put the signs up, you increase your confession, and you work until it's done. That's it. Simple. How much presentations? I don't care. Do as many presentations until the job is done. That's how winners think. And we're gonna interview a winner on this call here. All right? Man, time is flying. I'm having so much fun. Time is flying. Right? So you want to go P5,000 by December. You could be on this call right now. Look, you think we saw explosion in the last 30 days in the company? If every single person implements exactly what I'm sharing on this call here, the company, the last 90 days is going to be the biggest 90 days ever, right? So in December, you want to go P5,000 in that next 30-day period. Guys, if you do it with exactly what I'm sharing with you, peaking interest, sharing the plan through a phone call, and you have a bunch of people sharing the plan, a bunch of people presenting, a lot of people doing something very, very simple, you're going to have massive growth in your business. I gave you the numbers just for a Platinum 2000, having everyone prospecting 5 people a day. It's crazy when you get the duplication, right? You go P5,000, and guess what? As a brand new spanking Platinum 5,000, you have 225 people in your organization. I'm going to give you guys the answer to 7 figures in 2020. You guys ready for it? If you're ready for the secret of going to 7 figures in 2020, put 777 in the chat for me. Put 77 in the chat for me if you are ready for the secret. All right, man. The Zoom is tripping out. Zoom is tripping out right now, guys. I'm telling you right now. Listen to this. Listen to me. Listen to me. Right? Listen to me. Right? The next major event, I believe in Mexico is the next convention. There's a huge convention happening in Mexico, right? You guys can stop now, right? Because Zoom is tripping out. 2,232 people are going, just sending Zoom crazy right now. So I believe there's a major event happening in Mexico. You're a brand new Platinum 5,000. Remember, we build this business from event to event to event. And I want you to write this down. You're starting with a 3-way phone call. That is an event. A one-on-one is an event. And every event has a different impact on the prospect. You have a 2-on-1. That's an event. You have a group meeting with 5 qualified prospects. That's an event. You have a weekly meeting. That's an event. What you do is, every one of those prior events, you're always promoting the weekly event. Does it make sense, guys? You're always promoting the weekly event because what you want to do is to impact the prospect along the way. This is the secret. This is the secret. Sometimes a prospect is not going to be moved by just a one-on-one call, right? Some of them need to see a physical presentation. They need to hear other testimonials from people having success in your group, right? So your weekly meeting is an event. Then you have local regional events. You want to promote that, right? And then you have these Super Saturday or conventions happening all around the world, right? We have one coming up in the Caribbean, the very first 2020 Vision Caribbean Convention. Everyone in the Caribbean, even if you're not a part of my direct organization, you are welcome to come to this event. It's going to be at the same magnitude of the company's event. By the way, we have everyone in corporate coming to the event, the very first 2020 Vision Caribbean Convention. So guys, what you want to do is you're going to do all this work, and then you want to get a boatload of people to come to the event. Now here's the magic number. Your Platinum 5,000, you get everyone to have 5 people coming with them to the event. So 225 times 5, that's 1,125 people in your group at a major event. Ladies and gentlemen, 2020, you will be a 7. Look, the reason why I'm sharing these numbers with you is because I've done it. I've done it. Any leader that gets 1,000 people in an event, you're going to become a 7-figure earner. Hands down, it's done, it's complete, it's finished. 2020, 7 figures is coming to you. Why? Because the events do something that you can't do. The events do something that a regular weekly event can't do. A convention, something of magnitude with massive recognition, with the company putting on a major event, it does something different every single time. Matter of fact, I have a young man on the call right now. By the way, just before the call started, we broke a brand new Chairman 10 in our organization. Guys, put some fire emojis in the chat for the newest I Am Chairman 10 in all of I Am Mastery Academy, none other than Rajesh Prasad out of Trinidad and Tobago. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm so excited. We actually have Rajesh. I'm going to stop teaching here now, right? I'm going to stop teaching here now, and I want to interview this gentleman in the next 15 minutes. Okay? I want to introduce this gentleman to all of I Am Mastery Academy, a very, very humble individual, someone who cares and loves his people. And as we're talking about the power of events and making sure that the people in your group experience things that they have never experienced before, he is a perfect example of everything that I'm talking about. Perfect example. And I remember telling him, hey, bro, you need to come out to the international events. By the way, I'm going to shout out Vidish Adimola, who is his direct sponsor and upline. Vidish is a Chairman 10 and one of the top educators in the company, right? And Vidish, this is his first personal Chairman 10, so congratulations to you, Vidish. Very, very proud of you. And Rajesh, I mean, we don't want to take any credit for anything, to be honest with you. I can't take credit for it. Vidish is not going to take credit for it. But I can tell you, you have the heart of a servant leader. I've never seen anyone who really cares about his people like you do. And Rajesh, I want to acknowledge you on the call. Ladies and gentlemen, Rajesh, could you unmute yourself?
All right. Good night. Good night.
How are you doing, my brother?
Just bubbling over with different emotions. Don't know how to feel just yet,
So Rajesh, is this your first time in network marketing?
Absolutely no network marketing experience before I am.
Wow. So Rajesh, we share with folks all the time, as you're chairman now, so we're having chairman conversation now, right? We were doing it before anyway. But we share with people the power of events and coming to major events. And prior to us going to the Dallas convention, you experienced something. I tell people all the time, whatever you experience in life, you believe. Whatever you experience in life, you believe. So you had an opportunity to go to my mentor's home in Houston, Texas, before we went to the convention. Talk to the people, because I know this did something to you like never before. And I want you to share with the folks on this call what that experience did for you.
I saw always I used to be looking at the calls with David Imonitia and stuff like that, and I always saw his home, and I remember telling my wife, would it be nice, to actually be there? And we actually had that opportunity to be there just before the Dallas convention, actually a few days before, a couple days before, and I remember being in his home, and I was standing stiff, being there in the presence of this environment. And he watched me and he said, will you be standing like that in your home? I want to experience this, So I loosened up, started to go around his home and all these other things. And, there was something that he said at that he said that, there's a reason why, he doesn't mind inviting people into his home, even
Mm-hmm.
people who would have been total strangers before. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't experience these things, you're
Mm-hmm.
always going to go back to what you thought is your reality. So you need
Mm.
to be there. You need to experience it. And I experienced that, and and funny, he threw something to me. He gifted me something, uh, a sweater. You know, um,
Right.
I actually went to one of the events in Trinidad with it without actually without actually washing it. I said to myself, let me experience a part of David. And the thing about it, I came back to Trinidad with so much, belief, because, there was something that he also said as well. Don't look at the numbers. There are times that we will get up on mornings and look at the
Mm.
numbers and become depressed and all these other things. That it
Mm.
just takes a little bit of momentum, and that is going to shift your business.
Mm.
And that is exactly what happened. I was 187 individuals away from chairman
Wow.
for Dallas, and that was done in 2 weeks.
So hold on. Woo! Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? So your experience at his home, the event, you had a couple leaders from your group at the event. You're telling me you were 171,
187.
187 away from chairman. And in 2 weeks from the event, today you are a brand new spanking chairman 10.
Yep. That is exactly what transition is.
Wow.
Momentum.
Wow. Wow. So Raj, should these people really believe in what we're saying and we're teaching on this call?
The thing about me, I tell people, you can't fool me.
Mm.
Being I'm a dean at a secondary school. I deal
Mm-hmm.
with individuals on a daily basis. When I got into this company, I didn't even, bother to look at the chairman mentorship calls and all these other things. I remember
Mm.
even telling you, I said, Gary, I started to listen to some audios. And
Right.
strange enough, listening to the audios, but listening is one thing. I actually worked towards it as well. But my
Right.
numbers started to go up because why? The audios did something to me. It also
Mm.
added to that belief system. Yeah?
Mm.
It may sound strange, but it happened. I am living testimony that this thing actually happened. You know?
Wow. Wow. Raj, you said something very powerful, and I want to share it with the folks on the call. You spoke about the numbers in the back office, right? And sometimes they don't look the way you want it to look. But remember, whatever is established in the spirit first, it then shows up in the physical. So you can't allow what you're seeing in the physical to control what you are designing in the spirit. That's why your belief system is so important. That's why you need to be listening to the right audios. That's why you need to be seeing the right things. So here's a little secret that I want even for you, because you're going to go Chairman 25 before the end of the year. I already know that. Chairman 25 is done. Here's the real deal here, and I'm giving you guys a big secret, and I give God all the praise for this one. It hit me the other day. I always hearing that the subconscious mind does not know what is real and what's not real. The back office numbers, the subconscious mind doesn't know if that's the real numbers. No, this, I know it might sound kind of like some heights, but listen to this. The back office numbers, your subconscious mind doesn't know which one is real. It's only going to believe that it's real based on how you feel about it. But if you now lay your eyes on where you're going and you impress upon your subconscious mind that this is the reality, guess what's going to happen? It has to prove it out for you. That hit me like a ton of bricks. And I said, wow, we already have the secret. By the way, you don't think I have it easy? You think Rogers had it easy? I'm sure there are times he's like, I remember he called me, he's like, sir, man, I'm barely holding P5 qualifications. By the way, he's one of the most solid platinum 5,000s within our organization, right? And he hit chairman 10 today, and he's already earned a couple six figures in the company, right? That's the beauty of this comp plan. And today, To see where you are, Raj, I am so proud of you. I can't take any credit for anything. You actually implemented everything that we're teaching, and you have achieved the rank of Chairman 10 with no experience whatsoever in the industry. But you were teachable and coachable. I saw the change in you, and here you are today. I mean, just how do you feel? You don't know how to feel yet, I'm sure, right? You don't know how to feel.
You know, one of the first things that that I was thinking last night, looking at the numbers, you know, being so close to chairman, you know, I started to be a little emotional, obviously. You know, I was
Right.
thinking about my mom who passed away and all these other things, how proud she would be of me,
Mm,
you know, actually that word, chairman of a company, those who would
mm,
have doubted it. And trust me when I tell you, there are individuals who doubt every single thing that you do. They even
wow.
doubt this company. And that word
Mm,
chairman would do so much
mm,
for people in Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm sure worldwide as well. Coming from a secondary school, no network marketing experience and all these other things, I thought to myself, I'll be running around the street tonight, you know, screaming. You know, it just so happened that this thing happened just before this call. So, you know, it gave me
wow.
sanity. After this call, maybe I might start to settle down, relax, and actually get the real feeling, the real vibes of what is happening here, you know?
Oh no! Look, I honestly, like my wife and my son is sleeping, and when you sent me I started screaming because when I see other people implement the exact same things that we are teaching, I know that this stuff works, and it just brings so much joy to see you implement it. And congratulations to all the Platinum 1000s, Platinum 2000. I know you're gonna have a brand new P5000 very soon in your team as well. Man, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for joining us on the call. And very soon, matter of fact, I already know in 2020 you're gonna be a seven-figure earner, and you're going to be doing one of these calls in 2020 as well. So congratulations to you, Rogers Prasad, out of Trinidad and Tobago, the newest I Am Academy Chairman 10 in the company. So congratulations again, Raj. You want to shout out anyone in your team real quick, Raj?
Obviously, you know, you were talking about you cannot take anything, you know, with respect to any of the kudos or stuff like that. Videsh Adimula, my ex-student,
Mm,
I have to say this individual, I mean, I threw my ego over my shoulders. He had the success
wow.
that I wanted. I followed him, and I remember the day when you spoke to me. And, you know, the thing about it being teachable and coachable, that is when I
Mm,
actually started, you know, as I say again, ego is one thing, but you know, following the people who are successful, you know, that piece of information that people, you know, that they give, lying
mm.
with 5 millionaires, and you're going to become the sixth. That is
Yes,
real.
sir.
That is true. Yeah, my team. This couldn't have been done without my team. They are my
Mm,
rock, my wife, my daughter. You know, many.
mm,
You know, I mean, there are times when my daughter, you know, she don't see me. You know,
mm,
but when we
mm,
vacation in luxury. You see, so it's
mm.
a little bit of sacrifice. I have to thank my wife, my daughter, you, Sir Gary Mcsween, Videsh Adimula, everyone within this organization, all the Platinum 5000s, the Chairman 10, we are like a family. You know, and everyone
Yes.
just pushing one another to achieve the best. The sky's the limit for all of us. Let's rock.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Put some fire emojis for Rogers on the chat. And guys, this brings us to the end of our seven-figure chairman call. You got the blueprint to get to seven figures in 2020, guys. So the next major event, you want to make sure you have over 1,000 plus people at the event. And I promise you this, you're going to be doing one of these calls. Write it down. You're going to be doing one of these calls very, very soon. I appreciate you guys. See you at the next seven-figure mentorship call. God bless you guys. Have a fantastic night. Remember, all things are possible to them that believe. Peace out.